and we are in the building, and we got a guest here today. We got Teekayy, actress, event host, YouTube sensation. We like to keep it a little serious, educate you, but we got to keep it funny, right?
Right.
We got to have some laughter for the soul. So welcome back to another segment, Rod. Rod is here. Teekayy, he came, and then Rod. And then Rod came from an audition or something. So he is working in this pandemic.
I'm trying.
He is working.
You ain't trying, you do it.
Right, you are absolutely doing it.
I received that.
You received that. You do it. I mean, put the hand on your
Oh, yes. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
This is about me right now. It's about these beautiful black women looking amazing. Give it up for yourselves.
Y'all
got to swing here. You know what?
I like that. Okay.
I like it.
So guys, do me a favor, share. We are going to get our numbers up, and we need your help and support. And so share this video live right now.
Man,
okay.
All that.
Okay, so Rod has we switch up on who has the question of the day or the topic of the day. So he has one, and he went live on his Instagram. So we want to hear what this is all about.
And the DMs was crazy.
Oh,
it's about code.
Going down
so
in the DM.
Today's question of the day is about code. What is
like
the
CODE
or COLD?
CODE.
Okay.
Code.
Okay.
What is the protocol if you see somebody you used to date / smash
Okay.
out on a date? What do you do? Do you speak? Do you ignore them? Do you make a scene? What do you do? What's the protocol? I need to know what's the code.
I'll take one for 200.
What's that?
For me, if we bump into each other, like I'm gonna speak and I'm gonna keep it moving.
You're speaking. So
hey, how you doing, Ryan? And if you're with somebody, I'm gonna speak to her too.
Yes.
That's fair.
Because she's a human being. She's right there. So I have to acknowledge her. It's like, how do you speak to one person? We're together. Yeah. And they go, hey, Stacy. I'm like, oh, this is Teekayy or however, but I'm going to speak as a woman. I'm going to speak to the woman.
Yeah. I like that. And I feel that's just me, period. It don't even have to be somebody I smashed. If I see somebody out of the opposite sex that I know and they're with somebody just out of the gentleman in me, I'm going to speak to him.
Okay.
First.
Okay.
So many people miss that.
They miss that. You speak to both people. I don't care. Like, to me, like the girl I date, like, she has a lot of gay homeboys.
Oh, you date?
Yeah, I date. You know what I'm saying? But a girl I've been on a date with, she has some gay homeboys, and they would come, hug her, kiss on the cheek, and not speak to me.
Right.
Even in that setting, it's still
rude.
You have to speak when there's another person there.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where this comes from.
But we didn't get Teekayy's.
I thought she was pumping you up.
I agree. And my thing is more so, it's just if we cross paths.
Right.
If we don't cross paths,
then I come across the room.
Yeah, I'm not going to walk across the room to introduce myself to you and this new chick that you're dating.
So you're not going to make an extra trip to the bathroom.
No.
Stay right.
Not at all. Okay. However, if I were to see you, or if you came up to me, I would, first of all, I prefer you not to. So any guy that I dated out there,
don't come up to her.
You see me out with my new dude? Clip it. You don't even know me. Shorty, text me and tell me you see me later or something. Hit me up on Instagram.
Let's go under it though. Will you send a text? If you don't make
that's too much. That's just
maybe after, like, yo, I saw you. I'm like, oh yeah, that was you over there. That's what's up. But it's just not. It's not necessary though.
Yeah, it's not. You could do it, but I have to pass.
Yeah,
I don't need to.
Yeah, but what I can
go
definitely pass
on with my date or who I'm with, just to get you and say, hey, I want to let you know that I saw you. That's extra.
Yeah,
that's extra.
Not if I'm off you.
So what happened?
Let me get my inner.
Okay.
I'm trying. I don't want it to come from here. I want it to come from here.
Non-emotional.
Okay. I had a date Saturday night.
Okay.
You know me, I'm a dating guy. I like to date.
Okay.
Right? I go to this spot, beautiful patio. My date, she beats me to the door because with me and her friend, right? And I walk up on her, give her the walk behind. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. You feel me?
Yeah.
I hear this, and I'm not exaggerating with how this tone is. I hear, hey, Rod. I look up. I see a back of a head whipping around. So whoever spoke didn't even give me time to make eye contact with them to speak back.
They was being funny.
They was being funny.
Yeah.
Right? I let it go. Then they turn back around. How you been? I'm good. And you? That's good for me. I spoke. I'm good. How you doing? Right. It's not a big deal. There's no pressure. We used to smash. Okay, you made it obvious to the whole restaurant at this point.
Right. Now everybody knows.
Now everybody knows. But I look up to say that to her. It's a hair whip in my face again. It's another whip because she had the weave wham, right? And then after that, she goes, "Oh, you don't know nobody?"
Oh no.
I'm like, damn. I said, "Hey,
right.
What am I supposed to do right here? What am I supposed to do?"
Did she see you with your day?
Yes.
Okay.
I just told you I came up with the chest move. I got the arm. I'm in full date mode. Like she really like, and then I'm from the South. See, the chick I was on a date with, she's from New York. So to her,
I'm from New York.
It wasn't even a big deal. Me, in my head, everybody in the restaurant stopped and started watching because you made a scene.
Mm-hmm.
If I seen somebody, I used to smash up somebody else, I'm not saying nothing.
Right.
It's a secret.
Right.
You're not
nobody
busted.
has to know. It's not that serious. We're not together. We're past smashers. You was in limbo.
Thank you. It's a secret.
You was
I'm
limbo.
I'm not revealing nothing. I'm not like, listen, anybody out here that I might have, passed first base with, if you see me while you're on a date, I'm not saying nothing.
Okay.
No pressure.
The end's about to blow up after.
I'm not saying nothing.
What you mean you ain't gonna say nothing? So you're not gonna show one day good, Brian? He gonna miss it. Refer back to this date.
That is called, I guess, I don't want to say ex etiquette because it's not really maybe an ex.
It wasn't even
but
ex.
it's just, to me, it's out of respect. Whenever I see somebody, whether I've dated them or just people in general, I don't care if it's 6 people and I just know one person. I'm gonna speak to that person first, and I'm gonna speak, "Hey, everybody." That's just etiquette. And if you were going around and ignoring people or being messy, don't be messy.
Like, especially if I see a man with a woman.
Right.
I don't know who she is.
Automatic.
My mom looks young as hell. Right.
Right.
I don't like one of my brothers could be with my mom. And I wish somebody would. A woman would walk up to my little brother. Granted, he young now.
Right.
But when he gets older, or my son, like I would be with my son, and a woman would walk up and be like, "Hey, Brian, how you doing?" I'm like, right. Girl, who raised you?
Wow. So if you're the girl that's on the date and that happened, that's how you be. Would you have said something? If you're the girl
on a date with
and the girl.
So I'm the girl you're on the date with.
Right. Yes. Right. So how do you feel in that moment? Right?
Yeah. Like I learned this from my dad, and again it depends on the relationship with me and the guy and how serious we are. Okay. We're just on a first date. This is me just scoping out, so I want to see how he responds to this situation.
Ooh, that's fair.
But if this is a man that I might be in love with already, or we're already dating,
right?
Be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
I'm Stacey.
That was rude.
Nice to meet
you. Let's be cute.
Oh, really?
But I would really expect you to do it first.
Yeah, I would expect you to give the liaison.
However,
hey, this is mine.
Confused.
Don't worry. I got it.
Hi, I'm Stacey.
Why your voice went here though? That's all the problem.
It's one of those things where it could be a problem, but I'm trying to gauge if it's going to be a problem. But no, normally it's not a problem because first of all, the man I think would say, "Hey, I said hi. This is my girlfriend, or this is my date, whoever." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's adult. Everything ain't about to fight because her doing what she did already let me know that this is
the type of person she is.
This is petty.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't want to come down to her level. So I'm going to see if my strong, built by the man may have said, "Hey,
God's still working on me."
Oh yeah,
I ain't there yet.
Okay,
how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, okay. All right.
But you're right. I aspire to be that.
Right. And it takes a lot of work.
So you gotta get to live.
That's how I know how intensity. I got to work on me too. But I'm not a confrontational. I don't like confrontation. However, I don't like disrespect. And for me, I think there's a way to handle it before you really get, like that. But it's just the fact that I think some people, when you see them act that way, then you have to pause and see, how do I want to respond and react? Because the regular me want to go, "Hey, you being messy."
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. So I held it together. I stopped and paused.
Good job.
Let me stop and pause because you're doing the most. You just gave it out. You just gave out what's up. This restaurant know now what happened.
Yeah.
And it's the whole thing. Now, the fact that my date thought it was funny was even worse because I'm stressed out. Like,
no, I probably would have laughed at something like that, but I would have been like, "Hey, hello."
I couldn't even enjoy my taco.
You like, "That doesn't bother you?"
You good? That's almost mad disrespectful, bro.
No, but then she had class.
Yeah, she had class. It's cool. It's all
well,
but that's my
question. Drop it in the comment box and let us know what you'll do. We gonna read them.
What would you do?
What would you do?
What would you do?
What would you do? Just like, what is it? WW.
JD. Yeah.
So it's WWYD.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then drop your comment in the comment section, and we're gonna go to a commercial break. And we got commercials still. Okay.
Somebody be showing out.
We got commercials, and we'll be back.
Boom.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Wait, the charger. You said what charger on that?
All right.
And we're back. You know, we just keep it real organic and real. You know, we're looking for stuff and all that. But yeah, we're back, and we want to touch on a couple of trending topics. You know, I don't certain stuff I don't really care about talking about, but because it is happening, I think that it's important to kind of touch on it. But we don't go deep. We just talk about it, and then we're gonna move on because we got a great guest, and we want to talk to her and all the great things she's doing. So I want to ask you guys: had you heard about the White House whistleblower about, you know, having to downplay certain threats? Like the White House, some of the White House staff was telling, what's his name here? His name is Brian Murphy. He said that he was told to stop reporting on the threat of Russian interference in the U.S. elections and instead start reporting on interference activities with China and Iran.
Wow.
No.
I didn't hear about that.
I have not heard of that. Yes. That's alarming. Yes. What? Yeah, so I'm just like, when you think about, you know, what goes on in the White House, you know, it's supposed to be upstanding and everybody's doing their job. And thank God for people that, if that's true, thank God for people that will step up, because there is such thing as whistleblowers. Yes. And if that's what they're doing, because it's like, are they trying to get them to tamper with the 2020? Because everything with the 2020 election sound like it's going to be a complete circus. I heard Trump say vote twice. Yes. I heard, you know, mail in, do this and that. And it's just so much. And I'm like, we've never had to go through so much chaos, you know, and he's like bullying his way to stay in office. So I saw that, and I was just disturbed by it as well as everything that he does.
Makes me think that scandal was real.
Okay. And the lady,
that's all it does.
About the lady he raised?
Yes.
Okay, she said she still got the dress with the sperm on.
This just makes me know the show scandal. This makes me think that this is an actual thing. And this was not just for play. There is a person who has it handled in the White House. May not be a woman. Yeah, probably is. But it's handled, and if she got over it,
I'm off.
Yeah,
I'm done with it.
Yeah, I just think that everything's going on now is just so chaotic, and so that's why, you know, I like to talk about stuff because it's relative, but also you know, follow up with something to make us feel good when we leave. I don't want nobody Debbie down leaving my show. You know? So that was one of the things. The other thing is that I was watching something, and when you learn something, even at an older age, you're like, wow, I never knew. And it makes me think about how many other people don't know, or how many African Americans don't know. So I was watching this video, and it was talking about just vaccines, period. I didn't know that it was, it's called Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, VAERS. And what they do is that it's a national early warning system to detect possible safety problems in the U.S. licensed vaccines. So if you have, like, say, for instance, they go through all, if the vaccines are safe and all that, and they put all this data and what's in it and all that on there. I didn't know that because, of course, I really didn't have no reason to be searching the stuff, because when you're younger, you give them to your kids because this is supposed to protect them.
Yeah,
but
they also force you to get them.
Yes, but knowing these different sites and stuff now makes a lot of sense to me, and I'm sharing it because there are people. I have grandbabies now. They're, you know, they mama vaccinating them, and I'm like sending her stuff. Like, I'm not saying don't. I'm saying do research. But my point is when you think of a vaccine, it's really parts of the disease anyway,
so that you can be immune to it.
Right. So you're putting it back in me, you know, and I know that it's worked for people and stuff like that. But I just kind of like, I don't want to do it. And then I'm seeing them saying that you're going to be forced to take it.
And that if you don't, you can have an official come to your house and take you to the doctor and get stuck in the arm.
Do you know?
I saw this video and I'll share it. But I'm just like, so we gotta do this?
I have a 3-year-old. And when my son was first born, me and his dad he was no vaccine, no blah, blah, blah. And I'm Caribbean. So like my family's really holistic. Like we're like, you use lavender if you have a headache.
Right.
You know, rub your hand right here. It's a pressure point for your temple.
Yeah.
You know, like I grew up on all of that stuff. So when you get older, though, society kind of just teaches, but it just be the easier way.
Right.
You're like, just do this, and it'll get rid of it. Which that's usually what it is. However, when I took my son to the doctor for the first time, they basically were like, "Well, do you plan on sending him to school?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, he has to get these." But he still doesn't. You can make it a religion thing. And there's so many new parents out here who do not know that. It can be about religion. It can be about faith. If you practice a different kind of medicine, like there are so many things that you can do to get out of giving your children vaccines, and you will not die. Because me and my sisters only took one when that was chickenpox.
Right.
Wow.
Where's chickenpox now?
I need to call my mom and ask her.
When the last time you heard of somebody with chickenpox
or measles?
Or measles.
Right.
That was something new.
Right.
So it's like there's always going to be something new.
Yeah.
They're gone, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, when the last time you heard
of somebody with chickenpox?
I don't hear about it.
Yeah. So that whole medicine thing, just to me, that was somebody come to your house.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I have read, and this is not me making it up. This is stuff I read where they were saying that's what their goal is is to enforce it, and it doesn't matter about your religion, and it doesn't matter. Like I even was reading it where they were saying about vaccines that vegans, I didn't know egg yolk was in a part of vaccines. They said egg yolk, and then it said a little formaldehyde, not enough to kill you, but enough. And I'm like, so vegans, I saw with some vegans like, well, no, I don't do it. So I don't want that kind of thing. So I know people have their reasons for not wanting to do it. Mine is simply, I don't want it.
That's it.
But
don't
you
give it to
try
me.
to force me is ridiculous.
Yeah,
so that's why. So that website, guys, is
especially for a democracy.
Yeah. That website is VAERS.HHS.gov. I'm all interested in it now because I'm like, they're not going to force anything on me long as I can help it. The other thing, and then we're going to move on, is it's another organization called NCVIA, the National Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. So it was said that, a bill was passed that when the people who manufacture the vaccines, they don't want to be sued if something happens. Like if a kid died, if something happened, they don't want to be responsible. And so they were like, we gonna stop making vaccines, talking to the government. So the government, like, we need the vaccines, so we'll take care of that. So the actual people, so the people that make it are protected.
So you can't sue them.
But if something happened, you can report it to NCVIA, and you can do a report, and the person remains anonymous, but you can report, like, my child got a shot, now she got autism. You see what I'm saying? And the government they'll do their research and stuff to see if you can be compensated. But I don't really want to be compensated now.
After my child has autism,
I don't want to do that. Like, now they got autism.
His life is altered.
Yeah. And autism kids are really special kids. They're smart kids. They just have a different way of learning.
Yeah.
But I don't want something that could potentially give them that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about the holistic ways? But here's the thing. There's no profit in healthy people. There's no profit in it. If everybody's healthy,
where's
the pharmaceutical? Where is that? So you gotta keep.
They gotta keep them sick,
and you're not gonna get anything cured.
They'll give them just enough.
Because I'm still trying to figure out what Magic Johnson did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he got enough money to do a lot. No, but I'm saying holistic, all that type of stuff.
He got it. He was hooked up with Dr. Sebi before he passed away.
Okay.
That's the only answer to that.
Because
they still don't got no cure.
You being from the Caribbean, I saw where what was it? I saw that it was I forget what island was, but they was like, we don't want nobody over here. We good. We don't have COVID, and we have a medicine man.
It could have been Honduras.
Right. So I'm saying those countries that don't have COVID or maybe have small numbers because they have their own way of life.
Trinidad as well.
God put everything here on the earth for us to be able to take care of ourselves, but it's easy to pop an ibuprofen because I'm cramping versus me trying to go and find a holistic way.
Put some lavender on my temples
and wait for it to work. But I'm all for it. Yes.
Lavender?
Lavender and peppermint.
I was gonna say peppermint.
Doing what with it?
Oil. It's an oil. It's an oil. You can put it on your temples.
Did you know that you have pressure points in your feet?
I know about the pressure points.
Right here.
I got headaches that be level 10, like just
here
and there.
I suffer from migraines. I used to have
3 years ago. I had them, but I'm like, so you just got lavender and just.
It just takes longer for somebody who has migraines as severe as I've had them. You want the fastest thing. You're like, no, I can't even deal with this. If you literally rub lavender or peppermint on your temples, you can even rub it right here because it's a pressure point, and just like rub right here, rub it in. About 30 minutes of it.
Like hard or just like even no matter how you rub it, that works.
It's just right here you gotta rub hard.
You want to put a nice mouth on
it. But right here you don't have to rub hard. It can be like.
But remember now that's natural, so it got to go through your skin, your bloodstream. So if you have a bad headache, like she said, you like I need some ibuprofen, 800 right now.
Give me a BC powder.
And I still
if you don't drink me,
when those cramps get real bad, and I'll be trying to hold down because now I have fibroids. So now the fibroids are making the cramps a little bit more intense. So I try.
Yeah.
And then after a while, it'd be like, I just can't do it.
We all week to it because our brains are programmed for that naturally.
Yep. So anyway, so that, guys, is called the National Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. So if anybody did something happen with their kids, they can file suit. And the government has paid out people, but this is all new to me, so I'm educating myself just as well. But anyway, so that's all I want to say about that. But stay safe, guys, and stay informed. And, I ain't no conspiracy theorist, but nothing about this makes sense. So I'm saying if it's not pondering or if it's not making you think like, and I'm saying do the research. I'm not saying just listen to me. I'm not saying just listen to every site on Google. I don't trust the CDC. They came back with numbers that said, well, all the deaths really weren't COVID. And it's like, they said that. Okay, so anyway, we got to, we're going to move on and all that, but stay safe, people, and get your immune system right, because the mask is a part of a protection, but your immune system is really the only thing you got, okay? Seriously. So, we got the beautiful Teekayy in the building. I seen her with Rod and some of the funniest skits on YouTube, and she works with comedian Lonnie that was on the show, one of our first shows, and man, I love the laugh. I love the laugh. So that's to me, like we just talked about that, and I was like, let's bring it back up. So what made you? Were you that kid that was always funny? And they was like, girl, you a jokester. Yeah, I was witty. Okay. It turned into being fun. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, so like being from New York. Roasting is like a culture. It's a way of life. So I used to like cry about it at first, and I go home. My dad is like the funniest man I've ever met in my life. Okay. So any guy that I date has to be funny. Okay. Like I can't. If you can't make me laugh or you don't have a sense of humor for me to make you laugh, we can't do nothing. That's like at the base level. I get that. So okay. So if I'm in watching, I'm just playing. Okay. So Kiki. But I was witty. I used to give okay. So I used to be really witty. Always getting myself out of trouble because I'm just smart. I'm good on my feet. I'm quick on my feet. Right. But I was a bad liar, so like it didn't go well. Like I would like be like, did you do this? No, why would I do that? I didn't even do it. Right. And then start laughing and like, because I laugh when I get nervous. So I remember one day this dude tried to like make fun of me. I just remember my dad being like, what you gonna do? You gonna take it? You gonna roll over? Or you gonna like do something about it? And I beat him up. Because I still didn't know how to roast. At the time. Like, forget the joke. Yeah. And then I got into the culture and I became really good at like making fun of people. Okay. Right. So that's how it started. And then as I got older, people were like, you're just an amazing storyteller. Like nobody tells stories as good as you. Yeah, they're like, you be having I be invested. Like people that do not, like if I say, what happened, Ryan? Like, yeah, I went to the audition. There was a lot of people there and stuff. I'm like, I killed it. You'd be like, that's it. So what happened? When you walked in, like, what was the energy? Put me in the scene. Which was right there. I want to be there. So that's what I do for people. Okay. And so as the older I got, I was just like, oh my goodness, this is fun. Yeah. My dad had me and all my sisters. I'm the eldest of between my mother and my father, 6 girls. Okay. So my father was like a Joe Jackson, if you will. Okay. Yeah. So he was like, you're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. And I hated acting. Just knew I was really good at it. Right. And he was like, oh, and you're funny. Oh yeah, no, we're into this. But I hated it. So I never really put forth the passion into it until I got older, and I was like,
Yes, you would.
Right. Thanks, Dad.
I actually do like this. Shout out to my daddy. I was like, I actually do like this. I actually am good at this. Why not? Just go ahead and go full throttle. And I started theater is my first love.
Okay.
So I started out in theater. New York is really big for theater.
Mm-hmm.
Then I came to Atlanta, and I was like, yeah, no, this is fun. Vine is what started off my social media.
Okay.
Right.
Is Vine still around?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I think they got like a Vine too, and I don't think it's
Same.
yeah.
Like
that then came right. What's my MySpace password? It's like
Right.
music now, ain't it?
Yeah.
Right.
So how did you guys meet?
Oh, we booked a pilot together.
We did.
Yeah, we did a pilot with Grun, Riley,
Lim.
T.C. Carson,
Okay.
and Lim Collins, and we played. We was in the club together. Or something.
Yeah.
And then
We're friends.
And we had this big script, and then we got there, and they realized we both was funny. It's like, man, y'all just kind of do y'all thing.
Like fill it out.
Right.
Man, don't play.
Right.
don't
Let me say what I
don't
want
let
to
me say what I
say.
want to say. And
You
then,
ain't even tell them how I really got messed up.
so
So you been telling the story, right? Put me in the
there was vitamins being passed around the table. People were just like,
Method acting.
yeah,
We were
it was method acting.
acting.
So in the scene, was supposed to be the club gave out free.
Oh, Molly.
No, like weed.
Oh,
Yeah, weed. So weed. I didn't know the proper term was. I said vitamins. But yeah. So they was passing around herb, for the scene because that was the scene was meant to be about. But
For real though.
But they had to keep flipping the camera. So when you shoot dead on, you shoot from the side,
Right.
you shoot over the shoulder. So you're talking about 10 rounds of passing the weed around.
Oh, y'all smoking for real?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
So
Oh my God.
so
Oh,
then when it's like time for us to go, we hide as fat crotch.
Okay.
Okay? We upside down. So I'm looking at Ronnie, looking at me, I'm like, you look hilarious.
That's all you come home with?
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm like, man, he knocked over juice. And
Oh,
it
he was
was
out of control.
the motor skills were off.
Oh,
But the
Lord.
lines
Were good.
were
Killers.
phenomenal.
Okay.
We was delivered.
And that's the funny part because the interview was instant. Like it was instant. And then it's like, and then it's a running joke. Anybody I shoot with her, anybody, I'm the guy that can just be like, if I'm drinking while I'm on set, or I'm high or whatever, or if I'm just talking to somebody on side, I'm the guy that snaps in the character.
I'm that girl.
I'm like, yo,
That's what works.
tighten up, let's go.
Right.
Like, yo, where that came from? I'm like, yo, let's
Like
get
you
it.
just hot.
No, I'm not high right now. Let's go.
Okay.
And then that worked. And then from there, we still wasn't shooting.
No,
together.
we had a table read, like a rehearsal the night before at my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived with Lonnie.
Okay.
So Lonnie came out there and was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay, I know him. And I was like, oh, well.
That's a family.
we shot yesterday.
And then ever since then, they used to film together before.
Okay.
I met him. So it was like, oh, okay, it's just rekindling old flames and stuff. So,
Yeah, I like the counseling sessions.
Oh
When
yeah.
y'all be doing the counseling session.
God.
The one where he went to go vent to his
yes. Lonnie and I had that idea for a Valentine's Day special. We were like, we call it the Week of Love. And he wrote half and I wrote half.
Mhm.
And I was like, we need to bust this out. I'm telling you, people are gonna love it. Like we had the other gentleman that we had, he was really funny too, but his schedule was like really busy.
Mhm.
So then we just couldn't get a hold of him. And then he was like, Rod. I was like, oh yes.
Yeah.
People took to it. They loved it. Normally people hate switching characters. That's how you know when somebody's good.
Yeah.
Because we had one character in one episode and they liked the other episode. So.
Oh.
Yeah. The rest is history.
And the rest is
We got 10
history.
skits in. We just shot
And
2
now
today.
we're here.
really?
Oh yeah.
We did.
Pull up.
Go ahead.
Pull up.
I just can walk by something like this.
I
I don't know how comedic timing is.
Well, you gonna be
because you know how people say you funny, but I'm just like,
Now you are funny though.
but only talking, not no comedic timing type of like.
you don't know that. Stop doing that. Stop manifesting that and pouring over it.
Oh,
Pouring it over yourself.
hey man, I'm a comedian.
Because you
I'm
never.
here. I'm a comedian. I'll be at Uptown Comedy Club. Give me 2 weeks. ATL last. Check her out. I know, right?
Oh man, nah, it's been fun, man. It's been a great time. So what made you come to Atlanta? What brought you to Atlanta?
Park Atlanta University. Shout out my Panthers. Okay.
CAU?
A CAU today I DIE. But no.
HBCU in the building.
Okay, HBCU
Come on,
in the
man.
building.
Right through.
Okay.
I want to be included. I didn't
in
know
there. It's okay. Just
Okay.
rep your no, it's not okay. You went to a PWI.
Right. You know what I mean?
I didn't go to college.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even better. What you go ahead? You can learn to stroll.
They grew up with
You
money.
can learn to stroll.
That's pretty good right there.
I thought you could be honorary. Can I be honorary? No, that's not an honorary HBCU. No, yeah, like you got like college. Okay.
Yeah, you kind of go to some homecoming.
It should never be too late. Okay, period.
Nah, just go to some homecoming and hang out. You pick up on the culture, man.
No, but Clark Atlanta brought me here. I went to LaGuardia Community College my first year. And I was like, I can't stay in New York. I hate it here. There's nothing, like, it just felt like the end of a chapter. Okay. Like, my upbringing was very, I was raised in love, but my upbringing was very harsh. Okay. Like, it was a lot of, I put myself through a lot of unnecessary pain just because I felt like that was a life. People that hung around, it was a lot of, like, I made a lot of mistakes. I'll just say that. I made a lot of damn mistakes, okay? So I was just ready to, like, turn over a new leaf and just start something new. And my aunt graduated from Clark Atlanta in 2002. Shout out to you, Auntie Aaron. In 2002, and it was between Clark Atlanta and South Carolina State University. And I only wanted to go to SCSU because they had a bowling alley in their student center.
Hilarious.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is perfect. But then somebody from there was like, that's all they have. They have nothing else outside of what they have in their school. Oh, so they don't have they don't have a place for you to network. You can't go on the radio. You can't do any of that stuff. So I was like, okay, Clark Atlanta it is. Right.
Run it.
And as soon as I touched down, my mom and my cousins, Erica and George, they dropped me off. And I was like, I'm never going back to New York. I know. I have never seen so many Black people in one spot in my life. That were prestigious. It was a culture shock for me because I come from a melting pot. Right. I went to school with Asians. I went to school with Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, like everybody, Irish people were all over. And I came here. I was like, so wow, there's just Black people here. Like there's just no. What do white people? I was like, wow, y'all have money? Wait. Right. Black people I know, we're all poor. Wait, hold up. Y'all got money? Right. Y'all Black? So like for me, that was like a whole different realm. And I was like, this is what I need to be involved with. And I came to Atlanta and took off. Yeah.
Two things. Okay, so that's awesome. You went to HBCU. You just totally aged you. He was like, oh yeah, my older aunt graduated in 2002.
And you crossed in 2003. I know.
Crossed 2003.
It's all right. You seasoned.
I'm older than your uncle.
Bro.
It's okay. It's okay.
You seasoned.
Well, I'm too young to be anything to you guys.
Thank you.
There it is. Because clearly I can be wrong.
The hair can't be full like that. Right. You're older.
Y'all do have a hair full.
I know.
You grow my hair back in the day. And you are also Greek.
I am. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Ooh.
Oh, wow. Real smooth with it.
Look, don't beat me up for that. I can't control it. Okay. He said, yeah, because I don't want to watch it like you are not. They ain't going to come to you. They going to come to me. They going to be like, why'd you let her do that? She grown as hell.
Sorry, guys.
They don't be getting that.
Your DM's about to be popping.
No, they are. But my mama did the same thing when I crossed. She was like, I was like, everybody going to do that once.
Right. Black
mamas,
Black mamas, when you go Greek, are the greatest.
Don't care.
They are, man, my mama came to my probate show with a red and white sweater on, had a red and white cardigan on top of it, had the white pants, with the red shoes, and had the red glasses.
Because I gave birth to you.
Strapping on them. That's my son. And
because I gave birth to you. Yes.
I'm up there.
And who's gonna check me?
And I'm up there doing a cream session, doing my little dip down snake move. I look at my mama was right there. Mama, you're too close.
What was you doing?
This is a dip down snake move.
It's up down snake
so we put the whipped cream on the plate. Yeah, we did the little, And I'm like, mama.
Come on, man.
Come on.
That's my baby. That's your mama. That's my baby. That's me right there. You got love moms. It literally, like, being a part of that sorority and joining when I did it was perfect timing. And I believe in divine timing significantly.
Yes,
right.
So it was divine timing that I joined when I did, because I probably wouldn't have crossed undergrad if I didn't cross when I crossed.
Right.
And Mama always told me.
She said, I saw you, baby.
She did. I see you on Facebook. She's like, I see Mama. But I was Miss Sophomore, which completely took me from my New York tomboyish ways to dressing like a girly girl.
What's Miss Sophomore?
I was on a royal court, so like at HBCUs, they had like Miss.
Okay.
The school name. Gotcha. They have like a Miss Freshman.
All right.
Sophomore. So
get the name, huh?
Girl, the Deltas suggested I do it.
Hey, you gotta do.
They suggested that was the right move for me, so I did that. But it genuinely changed my life. Like I didn't know anything about makeup. I was a jeans and hoodie girl when I came. You get it? I was a jeans and hoodie girl when I my style, and I don't care whoever don't like it.
Right.
And they was like, girl, no. They looked at me and was like, you got so much potential. We're gonna get you together.
Right. Really.
I still got makeup kits. My profiles bought me from college. Like, yeah, you need to learn this. We're gonna get you right. But it definitely helped shape me. Parking managers in general helped shape me into a woman that I am today. And then I swore I wasn't going back to college. Less than 6 months later, went back and got my master's. But I'm done now for real.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you got to make up thing. I see you just did a photo shoot somewhere the other day. You
Hey, shout out to Pharrell, okay? Because he came to me with an idea. I'm not the most photogenic selfie queen.
Okay.
Photos, some people take photos. I get real goofy. Thank y'all. Because I was real nervous. And then he started showing me, I was like,
oh. You know what helps sometimes? Music.
He came with the music.
Okay, and a mirror.
I like the mirror.
Because when you have the mirror and it's behind him, you can make the poses
and you can see yourself.
You like, I look stupid. Okay, I like not that one. That don't work.
I like that.
Yeah. So you don't have a lot of pictures.
I like that.
That's what I need photos.
Yeah, you had a vision.
Get one from Walmart if they don't have one because you don't want them to.
No, I got one of them flimsy ones in my house.
Yeah, just get one of them. Yeah. Where we shooting at? Okay.
So you need somebody.
Yeah, he came with the music.
No, you can lean it against something. But you don't want to have a Bentley now. Ain't nobody doing that for you, okay?
I'm not paying.
Okay, well, I thought about it, but I'm not. But I'm saying get a mirror and it helps you see your pose as well.
I need that.
So yeah.
I do need that. I don't like taking pictures.
Yeah. So me either, but I know it comes with the territory. So I'm like, I might as well just get ahead of it now.
Yeah, you should. And then shout out to my girl, Nia. She just launched her it comes up like it's a selfie slate her. Right? And it's the guide to solo photography. So she takes a lot of selfies, but she uses her tripod and stuff like that. And she found the dopest locations, and she'll tell you the date, the time, just in case you can't afford a photographer and you just need to get some really good pictures. Because these phones are really good. Now, I suggest if you really need to do something, you get a photographer, and shout out to Timeless Imaging. That's where I do mine. And also, we did her photography party on Monday at the Roswell Mill. If y'all never been there, got a waterfall. I had a picture of the waterfall. Oh, I was feeling myself. But we did.
How you did both?
I did like this.
Oh, you was like the water behind you?
No, the water was tripping.
I can't.
I was like in the waterfall.
It was curly. Like the curls.
Yeah, it was curly.
Oh, I like that. I see it.
So we did that for her photography party, but then also Paul, and I can't pronounce his last name, Deigta. A lot of people know him. So, I know. So he came out there with his camera, and those people was looking like, what are these women? You know what I mean? Because we was all on the rocks taking pictures. But the point is, as time goes on, you get more comfortable. You learn poses and stuff like that.
And that's my thing. I'm just starting now.
Yeah, you didn't see my pictures?
No, I'm about to go look. Wait till I get this live. I'm about to go look.
The waterfall. Yeah, it was funny because I went like kind of under there, and it was hitting me hard. But the picture came out perfect.
Why you can't swim?
From Brooklyn. My daddy threw me in a pool when I was younger and said, if you don't swim, you're gonna drown. And I almost drowned.
How did he say it?
With the accent.
If you don't swim, you're gonna drown. My father, he only uses Caribbean accent when he's trying to be serious.
Right.
I'm from Brooklyn, bro. You ain't got to do this. Your parents are from
Hey.
If you don't swim, you're gonna drown.
That's funny, man.
And I almost drowned.
So I still can't help you?
Of course he did, because I would have drowned.
Because I'm like, oh no, I thought maybe you learned to swim.
No, he had to jump in because he realized I wasn't surfacing. He's like, oh, I can't do this. Okay.
Right.
Let me go ahead and get you.
That really is supposed to work till you're like 8. So up and from between 1 and 8, if you're throwing the pool, you're supposed to start swimming.
Well, let's not be so harsh. That's so traumatic. So maybe you could do this. You could take the babies to swimming, because if you put babies in water, they kind of already know what to do because they've been in water for 9 months, and they do have classes for little babies where they teach them, if they fall in a pool, they know how to turn on their back, and they just scream until somebody come get them, but they float and they turn around on the back. And it's people that teach kids, so if you start there and get them used to water. Then that old black parent stuff like you better swim, or
I'm not doing that to my son.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
I'm doing it.
I'd be like, baby, come on. I'd be like, you okay? I splash water on him.
You okay? Folks got a lot of problems. We don't need the traumatic.
We don't need the trauma.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm still healing.
I'm trying to heal.
I was on the deep end at the YMCA watching my cousin take swimming lessons at 7. And the bigger kids thought since I was standing, I could swim. And they threw me to 12 feet.
And
I went straight to the bottom. I swam to the top. I was like, oh, this is how it goes. So ever since then, I've taught 10 people how to swim like that. Kids, wham,
Let me tell you. So
it works.
I just
watch him if you're around your kids.
It works.
Don't let him around. That's what that says.
Not over 10, but like kids under like 10, like they're gonna do it. No. You're right here. You're right here.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what's wrong with saying, let me
get in the water. Get in the water with me. Let me show you how to swim.
Like, we don't have to grow up like savages all the time. Yeah, we don't have to grow up like savages.
They pushing fish because somebody they took the fear out.
And I don't because somebody put the so
how old were you now?
I was like 10.
Between 10 and 10 though. So you have to do like before.
I want to be pushed in the water, period, though. Because now it's gonna be a fear, like when I'm around water, like, hey, what y'all doing? When I go to pool parties,
I make a public service announcement.
Don't nobody push me.
I say, if you don't nobody. If you push me or pick me up and throw me in the water, know that when I get out, you gotta run this fade because I'm not. That is really traumatic for me. I'm gonna be panicking. I already got anxiety. Okay, when I get out, I'm cracking you over the head with a bottle, G.
That's disrespectful.
Don't be standing there. That's rude.
That's disrespectful.
Especially for grown men. Girls have their hair done.
You throw me in the pool today.
What?
I mean, you grown.
Yeah, that's
about when your kids.
Well, I'm not saying you throw me in. I'm not saying I'm gonna be traumatic. I'm saying you throw me in, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm saying I ain't healed. That's why I'm gonna be pissed.
That's fair. I mean, black men know not to touch black women.
No, they don't.
In the water. They know. They already know.
Here's the thing. I will swim. I don't have a problem with it. I'm not swimming on a new due day.
Here, said new due day. I like that. I ain't swimming on a new due day. New due day.
New day is a no-go. Except unless you get your hair braided and go to the beach.
Exactly.
So that new due day.
Not on a new due day though. Still not
if you get your hair braided,
I do it braids.
Absolutely.
Not on the first.
I will. On braids.
You trick. That's the whole. Okay, what if you go on a cruise?
It normally don't happen the first day.
Okay, you get your hair braided on it.
I don't really get myself fit because my hair be too tight. Like it'd be too much.
I'll go with braids or something like that.
Rules, man.
But not with a fresh my hair down.
I will get my feet in the water. As far as like my up here, no, you got it.
What? But braids is the whole purpose. You get your hair braided, go on the cruise. You're going swimming. That just makes sense.
I don't ever go swimming.
Well, you don't swim.
I can't swim.
But the shallow side.
What about what's
I ain't nobody ever offered me those. I didn't even see no life on those movies.
You gotta buy your own. They don't share these.
I ain't know that.
You ready?
That's all.
So you know what? So I wanted to introduce you to my business partner, Tawana.
Okay.
So we do a little quick segment because we try to get people wealthy. Become your own banker. That's what we're talking about. So if she coming, we're gonna just.
Okay, yeah. So let's squeeze in. Squeeze in.
Oh, come on, walk in. One. So we like to. So Tawana is my business partner. We were doing forex trading. So when the pandemic happened, she's been trading a little longer than me. So I was looking for ways to, grow my money because we didn't know what was going on. Yes, unemployment and all that type of stuff, but it was still like after this is over, what do we do? And so I was doing learning forex trading, and me and Tawana connected. And she had already been doing it, but she wasn't doing it right at the time. So we both got into a company and was doing it. And then she introduced me to another opportunity of Bitcoin. So you know about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So but you can buy Bitcoin and then it just fluctuates with how the market is.
Right.
However, there's a company called MTI, which is Mirror Trading International. And with Mirror Trading International, it's a place for your company where you can put your Bitcoin and your money will compound 40% of the total profits generated of that trading day. So you got $200 worth of Bitcoin, you put it in the company, then what the company trades every day, 400 to 800 times a day because they use artificial intelligence. As a human, with us trading, you can't do that. You're watching one trade, maybe two trades all day to see what they're doing because you got to pay attention. With artificial intelligence, that's just what it is. They have the capability of trading 400 to 800 times a day, which gives you, of course, a better opportunity to make money. So this is a place, this company, you put your money in, you get 40% of the total profits generated from the trading that day. But then there's other options. It's optional. It's optional. I like to say that because people think of companies and like, oh, it's a Ponzi scheme or it's an MLM. It's not an MLM because I can put my money in here and I gotta tell nobody. Like I ain't gotta be doing. I don't have to be doing this right now, actually. However, I wanted when I saw the power of it, I gave both my son's account and I'm doing my grandbaby's account. Because think of it as a accelerated saving. That's why we say become your own banker, because it's like having my money right now is in Bank of America. I'm about to put some of it in Navy Federal. However, my savings, the dial has not moved much. Like, you know, like you look like, okay, I got $2,000 in savings, but then you like, now I got $10,003 cents. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not been like it so many years. Right. It's really growing. So for me, this company, when she told me about it, it was like, it just makes sense. So my point is, there's an optional referral program that if I tell Rod and he joins, the company will pay me for sharing. And the reason why I think it's pivotal and important right now is because I don't care what tax bracket you're in, this pandemic all put us all on the same level to a certain extent. Right. So now I know African Americans are definitely looking for more ways to, you know, make different streams of income. And if you ain't, I don't know. Why not? Like, it don't have to be this. It could be stocks. It could be forex trading. It could be investing, buying some land or whatever.
Yeah, because the average millionaire, I suppose that in the wealth initiative page, so the average millionaire has at least 7 streams of income. I call it sources of income, you know, because I was a hairstylist during the pandemic, it took me straight out. And thank God for foreign currency. And now, you know, MTI, I was able to, you know, sustain because of that. Otherwise, I'd be totally jacked up. I mean, because, you know, 2 bags is better than 1. My husband's a trucker.
Always.
2 bags is better than 1. 3 and 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So yeah, but like she said, you know, I mean, I do affiliate programs through other companies too, like Xfinity. Yeah. I looked on the back of my bill as an accident, and I didn't know they gave me $150 to refer customers if they got in. I said, okay, but that's one time. But we get money weekly, 3 different ways. Yeah. Plus what we get from the total percentages of the 40% of trading pool. So yeah, we are our own bankers. So I'm the lender and not the borrower. That's what we're talking about. That's our birthright. Okay. So that's what we are.
And then when I put the kids in it, because you know how you have kids no matter how old they are. My kids are 22 and 29. And so they're doing their own thing. However, you know, if an emergency arises, then they need something. That's the thing. And sometimes as Black parents, we be like, you better do it yourself. I'm all for teaching you how to fish. I am. But I know that I don't want to have my kid out there in a dire situation. And it's not about enabling. It's about being able to generational wealth. Whites do it. All of some other nationalities do it.
We slave for the fiat money. We slaves for the fiat money. So when you become your own banker, now you got the financial independence. And that's what we're looking for. Financial independence.
So that's what I do. I get started in my council. Like, say if they say, Mom, can I borrow $100? Sure you can, honey. Let me take it on out this account, because you can take your money out in 24 to 48 hours. You can take full or partial of your Bitcoin. So this ain't nothing like that somebody doing for me, because my money's going to make money regardless if I don't tell anybody. But because I know people, and because I'm a planter and a seeder, and because I like to see other people grow and share it, I want the company to pay me for that. That's like a referral. That's like we talked about the connection. That's right. If I connect TK to somebody and it's $1 million deal, I'm a finance fee. That's the way to look at it and changing our mindsets. You know, do your research and stuff. But that is the reason why we share this and I go live and I talk about it, because you know, cryptocurrency is coming. It's coming. There's Bitcoin ATMs out. We're thinking about trying to buy one because money is going digital, and I want to be ahead of the game. Unlike when Uber came out and all that, I know nothing about it. When you could have gotten into it when it was low, and now look at those companies.
And you know what else, Stacey? This is the thing. You know how gold is an asset that's scarce right now. Well, so is Bitcoin. They're only going to produce so many. So you better. I say, this is just me. If you earn Bitcoin, okay, cool. But if you don't have 10 G's to drop down on one Bitcoin, which Bitcoin's expected to go up to like at least $1 million the next year and a half, at least get into it so that you can start buying fractional shares. You know, so like right now, you're getting ahead of the curve. See, we always want to procrastinate and wait. And then you out.
Is this something that takes long to learn?
You don't know.
Oh, bro, let me tell you about that part, y'all. So you don't have to learn with Forex trading.
You gotta learn.
Because when I got into Forex trading,
that's why I didn't do Forex.
My
sister's really big in there.
Yeah, because you gotta learn. You gotta learn support and resistance and all that stuff. And I'm still, you know, I trade a little bit. I'm not really like the thousands like some of my friends are, but I'm still learning it. But with this, it's put it in, leave it, watch it grow. I'm gonna be honest with you. Today I called her because a young lady I met. What was the last week?
Last week.
I met her last week Monday, and I told her about it. And she said, because she already had Bitcoins, but it was just sitting in Cash App. And she, the next day we did a Zoom, she brought in a total of 2 days, like about 50 or 60 people. Because she's a financial coach, so she understood it. She brought 50. Do you know what that did for me?
Wow.
And they coming in at 5,000, 10,000, and all that and stuff. So those, I'm saying, if I came in, because you can come in as $100 with your Bitcoin, $100. But when you do $200, it makes you what they call binary. So anytime I tell somebody, and I'm just at least at 200, the company starts paying me. So she brought about 50 people in.
As an affiliate, you know, I mean,
that's
like, you know, we tell everybody how good food is, and they don't pay us. So I'm not leaving no money on the table.
At all.
I don't know about nobody else.
That's how I'm starting.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
And if nothing else, you know, we do it for these babies, because if this is what the world looks like now, you know what I mean? And God, you know, willing, how long I have a grandbaby, and a grandbaby be here next month. So I'm looking at what the world looks like when they get
there.
Right.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and leave them a good blueprint or land or something that they can get ahead of, because that's what we got to do. We got to look out for our kids, like the Hiltons look out for their kids.
That's right.
Like the Buffetts look out for their kids, like the Kardashians. You know what I'm saying? We need Chris's up in these houses. You know what I'm saying? So that is what I want to tell you about the Wealth Initiative. We're on Facebook, and we talk about everything wealth. We really talk about this Bitcoin thing because it's easy. It's so easy. It's easy to get started. It's easy to buy your Bitcoin. I ain't touching nothing. I'll just walk you through it. But I'm telling you, if you're not doing anything to build you a nest egg, because we're not really promised anything. You only got the present moment, but at least plan a little bit, because this ain't the first pandemic. This is the first of my generation. Right. But it's something coming. Again, this was a test to me, you know, to see how people behave. So at least have some money, because I could see me going off the grid after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like off the grid. Because when stuff get, and I'm talking about when stuff get really like they looking for you to give you the vaccines. I want to be in the back of like a train, whatever, somewhere on my compound with my fallout shelter and my guns. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Boom.
Bam.
And that
fees. And you heard it here. No, right. Yeah. And another thing is there's no fees with MTI. So when you take your money out, no fees, no sign-up fee, no lock-in periods, no contracts, no nothing. Oh, so that is what we want to share with you about that. Please get in contact with me and Tawana if you want to learn more. We do a Zoom on Mondays and Wednesdays. We go live. If you follow us in the Wealth Initiative or our pages, Stacey J, the real Stacey J on Facebook and Instagram.
And Tawana.
She's just Tawana, baby. You see the hair? I'm just Tawana, but you are Tawana. She is the Tawana, okay? But yeah, we wanted to share that a little bit, you know, with you guys and stuff like that, because, you know, we're trying to build Black Wall Streets or buy land or whatever we're trying to do. Because somebody told me to hit me up today. I saw it. Thank you, Jesus. And they're investors in a cannabis farm.
And you know that's
cannabis and food ain't going nowhere in liquor. So I'm going to look into that. And then it was another.
I don't know what the buy-in is.
I'm finding out.
I don't remember, but it was yesterday.
It's called. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's EVOP. Right, we don't let you know.
I'm into that.
Right.
EVOPIA.com. It's a black husband and wife. I'm gonna post it, y'all, because I hate when I don't get all the full stuff. But it's a husband and wife, black couple that are doing real estate investing and stuff with other black. It's only for black African American people. So I'm gonna put that in and share that with you. Whatever I can find out, I'm willing to share, because I don't want to be rich by myself, y'all. I mean, it's like boring.
The team can't have none.
And we're gonna be at a yacht party. And don't be thinking there ain't nobody trying to show out. We're trying to show up, because this is something that everybody likes something different. Somebody may want to buy a farm and go hunt or whatever you want to do. I would like to be on a yacht for my birthday, and I think I'm manifesting that, guys.
I think there. When's your birthday?
December 21st.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Miami, we come.
So that's what we're doing. We're manifesting goodness and wealth and health and education, all that stuff, and for Jesus to come down and stop this stuff. I just want him to come.
I didn't see that go there. I didn't see that go there.
By the wind.
I didn't see that.
That's enough. Thank you.
Y'all don't want this. I just want Jesus.
Just all right. That's enough.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, you know what? I can't anymore. You knuckleheads, you know. Just something, guys.
Choke Trump out. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He did. I did. If he didn't, I did.
Is that Popeye chicken you having? Die. Go ahead.
So you got anything coming up, Ron?
We got some more skits coming out really soon, and had a big audition yesterday. Prayers up.
Yeah, you got this. You got this.
See how it goes, and that's it, man. We'll see.
And we're gonna manifest for Rod when he gets in and stuff like that. To mention me and be like, I got this dope co-host and stuff like that, and she can just walk by something.
And I know this dope.
And it's also dope. You know, we want him to get in first, though. We gotta let him get in there.
So you know,
I mean,
but don't forget about your girl.
I mean, but to talk to you and TK, I have to call y'all people first. Y'all so man, like I call your sister, call her sister. Y'all ridiculous.
I ain't got that yet.
Yeah,
you can just call me.
Every time I call you, somebody pick up the phone. TK's phone.
It might be Bryson.
Hello? Right. You want to talk about mom?
Mommy? Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. That's the assistant right now. I ain't got to pay him.
TK, what you got going on? Coming up where people can support and follow you, and y'all support and go follow her and all that good stuff.
Just writing, directing, creating, and acting in all of my own content. Like I'm really big on right now being the Jane of all trades. I have Lonnie and Ward to definitely think that because they pushed me so hard.
Good.
I didn't think this stuff was as important as I do now.
Mm-hmm.
But just to be in control of my own content. Unless somebody is paying me.
That's what I was gonna say.
For the ride.
Yeah, you should.
I don't mind giving some of the gold away.
Right.
Not all of it.
For money.
For money.
Yeah, so she's writing for people, guys. Okay.
So hit me up. You know
what now? For money.
For money. Don't hit me up without the money. Okay. Come to me with the budget. Okay. I can write. I can creative direct and all of that great stuff. So it's just me really like learning that talent and really learning more about that talent and learning more about myself coming into that. But I drop new skits every week.
Okay.
Well, make sure you hit me up on YouTube in my Baltimore voice. It's Teekayy. Go ahead and link that in, and then you will see all the other people that I do skits with. There's in my suggested
light-skinned girl name
Tiffany or B-Lynn. B-Lynn is the one with
pretty eyes. Yes, pretty eyes.
They both got pretty eyes. That's the thing.
Yeah.
She thick.
No, she's slim.
That's B-Lynn. Yeah, I was about to say that's the difference right there.
Okay.
B-Lynn. Yeah. B-Lynn is a beast, man.
Yeah.
She's
her because she play a dude too.
Yeah. Boom Man. That is one of my favorite characters on the internet. She's absolutely freaking hilarious. Like she's had so much going on. I wish she could be around more, but I just respect what she's doing. Like, go ahead and go crazy because I don't meet many women that I think are funnier than her. She got me beat.
Really?
Y'all got to get her on the show.
Or you might be in your own, you know.
No, it's not. She's hilarious.
No, I think she is.
She done make me laugh more than I make myself laugh.
Oh,
and that's big.
That is. Shout out to B-Lynn.
Shout out to B-Lynn, okay?
And Lonnie. And all the people that have that funny spirit to keep us laughing because that is what really gets us through our day and our week. I try to have a gut-busting laugh every day if I can.
My mama has helped me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't like it. But
you gotta laugh.
It'll help me.
Everybody.
It's helped me tap in for sure. So y'all look out for more content every single week.
Absolutely. Let's see what I have going on. Well, I'm doing a segment with Oprah. No, I'm just manifesting. Okay. But no, I am definitely will be back next Thursday. Well, you know what? I do have an announcement. So the announcement is that I will not be on the show this week. And we're trying to see if the big man gonna be here because it's that audition that everybody's praying for, right, guys?
That's right.
Everybody's praying for. He won't be here either. So we had the choice to not do one, but I know you guys support us and love us, so we don't want to leave you hanging. So if Rod does not get it. It'll be Rod and Sharice B that does Life After 40. And if Rod gets it, I don't know what's gonna happen. And, you know, she gonna just maybe have to hold it down and get somebody to hold it down with her. But we definitely we're gonna figure it out. We'll be there.
Just stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you follow everybody on this couch. Support us. Let us know how we can support you. And drop those comments because we want to know what y'all think about it. You know, the ride, because he's recovered now, but he's definitely devastated.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, so we just want to support him and love on him and get him through this, okay? So follow us at LIVE365 Radio on Instagram and Facebook. Please share this. Please like us. Please follow us.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Juice.